Today on Collider, we tell you everything about Rachel Zegler's journey to becoming Snow White in Disney's live-action adaptation. Let's get started. In a recent interview with The Playlist, Rachel Zegler shared an intriguing and amusing story about how she landed the role of Snow White in Disney's upcoming live-action adaptation. Zegler revealed that, during the casting process, she didn't know she was auditioning for the iconic role of Snow White. Instead, she was simply told it was an untitled Disney project, which led to quite a surprise during her audition. Zegler explained that she had received disguised sides for the audition, meaning the script did not feature any character names or specific details that would give away the plot. This mysterious approach to the audition process kept things under wraps, which made Zegler's experience even more amusing. During a Zoom call with the director, Mark Webb, Zegler read through her lines and was instructed to read a scene where Snow White interacts with Dopey, one of the seven dwarfs. It wasn't until Webb mentioned the name Snow in relation to the scene that Zegler realized what she was actually auditioning for. She laughed, recalling the moment. "I was like, is this Snow White?" And Mark Webb replied, "Yeah, nobody told you?" I'm like, "The sides say Jane and Max. Why would I think Snow White and Dopey?" It was a lighthearted moment that perfectly showcased her personality and helped her connect with Webb during the audition process. Despite this confusion, Zegler's audition was a success, and she was eventually selected for the role. Zegler's casting came after an extensive search by Disney for the right actress to portray Snow White, with the studio looking for someone who could embody the spirit of the beloved character while bringing a fresh take to the role. Zegler, who had limited experience in the industry at the time, impressed the Disney executives with her remarkable singing abilities and stage presence, securing her the coveted role of Snow White. While Zegler was thrilled to be cast as the Disney princess, her casting also sparked discussions about representation, particularly concerning the character's race. Zegler, who has a Colombian-Polish background, differs from the traditional image of Snow White, who is often depicted as fair-skinned and European. This led some critics to question whether Zegler's casting was true to the original character. However, Zegler handled the scrutiny with grace, acknowledging that being criticized for not fitting the typical image of Snow White was a jarring experience. Despite the backlash, Zegler has remained confident and committed to her role, understanding the significance of her casting in terms of representation and inclusivity. She has become a role model for many, showing that Disney's princesses can come in all forms and backgrounds, and that the essence of Snow White transcends race. In fact, Zegler expressed that she is proud to bring a Latina representation to the role, especially since Snow White has always been cherished in Spanish-speaking countries. While she recognizes that she has big shoes to fill, Zegler is eager to introduce a new version of Snow White that resonates with modern audiences. This live-action adaptation is set to reimagine the character in ways that align with contemporary values, empowering Snow White with more agency and depth. Zegler has expressed her excitement about bringing a fresh perspective to the character, one that feels both relatable and inspiring to today's viewers. Zegler's preparation for the role of Snow White involves more than just learning the iconic songs and perfecting her acting skills. She has dedicated herself to a process that includes vocal training, choreography, and deepening her understanding of the character's strength and vulnerability. Snow White in this version will be portrayed as a strong, resilient character who leads with kindness and courage, qualities that Zegler is eager to embody. Zegler knows that the spotlight will be on her in ways she has never experienced before. The attention and anticipation surrounding the live-action Snow White is immense, but Zegler seems ready to take it all on. With her talent, determination, and passion for the role, she is poised to make this version of Snow White her own, bringing the character to life in a way that reflects the diversity and inclusivity of today's world. To authentically bring Snow White to life, Rachel Zegler's preparation for the role went far beyond traditional acting and singing lessons. Her dedication to portraying this iconic character with both depth and authenticity involved a comprehensive approach that included vocal training, acting workshops, as well as an intricate focus on costume, makeup, and overall physical transformation. Zegler was determined to ensure that her portrayal of Snow White would resonate with modern audiences while staying true to the essence of the beloved princess. Vocal training played a significant part in Zegler's preparation for the role. Known for her powerful voice, Zegler worked extensively with vocal coaches to ensure she could deliver the famous songs of Snow White with both emotional resonance and technical precision. Snow White's voice is central to her character, particularly in songs like "Someday My Prince Will Come," which have become staples in Disney's animated legacy. Zegler, who had already proven her singing talents in films like West Side Story, was ready to bring her vocal prowess to this role. Her goal was not just to sing the songs, but to imbue them with an emotional depth that would give the character more layers. She wanted to make Snow White's songs feel contemporary and relatable, while still honoring the traditional Disney magic. In addition to vocal training, Zegler underwent intense acting workshops to bring depth and nuance to Snow White's character. Disney's live-action adaptations often add complexity and modern sensibilities to classic tales, and Snow White was no exception. Zegler focused on giving Snow White a sense of agency and empowerment, ensuring that she wasn't just a passive princess waiting for rescue. The film reimagines Snow White as a resilient, independent character who leads with kindness and intelligence. Zegler's preparation included learning how to balance the character's innocence with the strength and determination required to be a leader in her own right. Her transformation into Snow White was also a visual one. The costume and makeup design for the character played a crucial role in bringing the princess into the modern world while preserving her iconic look. The costume designers worked closely with Zegler to create a wardrobe that felt timeless yet grounded in reality. While the classic Snow White dress, a yellow skirt, blue bodice, and red accents, remains the foundation, the new design was meant to feel more practical and empowering. The dress, for instance, was tailored to give Zegler freedom of movement, allowing her to showcase Snow White's inner strength and agility. The modern reimagining of the classic costume also incorporated subtle textures and details, making it more nuanced than the original design. Snow White's traditional red ribbon headband was also updated, offering a new version that felt fresh but still recognizable. The makeup was another vital component in transforming Zegler into Snow White. Rather than relying on heavy makeup to transform her appearance, the makeup team focused on enhancing Zegler's natural features to embody the innocence and purity of Snow White. Subtle touches, such as a soft porcelain-like foundation and rosy cheeks, helped to give Zegler the delicate and youthful look that is essential for Snow White. The makeup aimed to bring out her natural beauty while maintaining a sense of authenticity. Additionally, Zegler's hair was styled in soft waves, much like the traditional Snow White look, but with a modern twist to make it more accessible and contemporary. Her iconic black hair was kept sleek and simple, perfectly complementing the regal yet grounded design of her costume. In addition to costume and makeup, Zegler also worked closely with the filmmakers to develop Snow White's physical movements. The choreography and fight sequences were designed to show Snow White in action, not just waiting to be saved. Zegler underwent training to prepare for these scenes, learning how to convey Snow White's strength through body language. The physicality of the role was essential in showing Snow White as a modern princess who is not only graceful and kind, but also brave and capable of defending herself and those she loves. Zegler's transformation into Snow White is also a reflection of the broader goals for this live-action adaptation, which aims to empower and inspire audiences. The filmmakers were determined to present a version of Snow White that felt more grounded and dynamic, reflecting the diversity and inclusivity of today's world. Zegler's commitment to her role was not just about embodying a princess, but about representing a character who could resonate with contemporary values of leadership, courage, and resilience. Rachel Zegler's dedication to bringing Snow White to life in a way that is both magical and empowering is evident in every aspect of her preparation. Her approach to the role reflects a new era of Disney princesses, ones that are complex, empowered, and reflective of the diverse world we live in. Zegler's portrayal promises to be an unforgettable reimagining of a character that has been adored for generations. Rachel Zegler's journey to becoming Snow White is a testament to the power of persistence, talent, and representation. Thanks for watching Collider. See you next time.